The Boston Bruins are in a weird spot right now, man. I mean, they just lost two of the most important pieces of their franchise in Bergeron and Krejci. And that Bergeron loss in particular, I mean, your captain, a perennial Selke Trophy finalist and #1 centerman, maybe one of the hardest things to find in the whole league. And you also traded away Taylor Hall, a good veteran who I know struggled at times in Boston, but those are still lots of goals and goal potential that you traded away and did not reacquire in free agency. And you got slower and stayed old by acquiring guys like James Van Riemsdyk and Milan Lucic. And Kevin Shattenkirk as well, can't forget about him. And they're in one of the toughest divisions in hockey with teams like Ottawa, Buffalo, and Detroit who all got better while they, in my opinion, got worse. And yes, they've been linked to Mark Scheifele, yes, they've been linked to Elias Lindholm, but it doesn't look like they have the assets to make that type of trade work. Those are big fish, and if you want to get a big fish, you got to give up some good assets, which they don't seem to have. Well, not ones they can give away and remain a cup contender without them anyways, which puts them in a spot where you're going from Bergeron and Krejci as your top two centers, maybe one of the best 1-2 punchers in the league even at their age, to now being Pavel Zacha and Charlie Coyle. And that's no disrespect to those two, but come on, those are not top two centermen on any contending teams. I do like their decor except for that third pairing, and of course when you've got David Pastrnak, Brad Marchand, and Charlie McAvoy, they can take you places. But the way their roster changed, and look, I think Linus Ullmark is a good goaltender, but I don't think he's Vezina good. I don't think he's as good as he showed he was last season. I think that was an anomaly, clearly .938 save percentage, and he's going to regress to the mean. I also think Milan Lucic is unable to play a full 82-game schedule anymore, and I think that James Van Riemsdyk is a fringe third liner at this point in his career. I think those two are going to be playing above their pay grade here. So if things do start going south for Boston and they start losing and it's looking like they're going to be bad for the first time in a long time, could they start selling? And I'm not just talking about UFAs like Van Riemsdyk, Lucic, Shattenkirk. No. Brad Marchand only has 1 year left on his contract after this one. Jake DeBrusk, who is one of the Bruins' top players now, has been in trade rumors for a long time. And Jeremy Swayman probably won't want to be in a backup role for much longer here. And maybe that's how you get a guy like Mark Scheifele or like Elias Lindholm. Because I'm sorry, Fabian Lysell, a first-round pick, and a C-level prospect or bottom 6 player ain't gonna do it. And I know trading a guy like Brad Marchand seems like a far cry for Bruins fans right now, but I'm telling you, man, if things go as south for the Bruins, and I'm thinking they might, Brad Marchand licking guys while wearing another team sweater could look a lot more plausible. And I gotta admit, seeing the Bruins go through a retool, because they're not going to fully rebuild. Not when you got Pastrnak and McAvoy and ullmark. No. It's going to be a retool on the fly type thing. It's going to be weird. Especially 1 year after like setting records for being one of the best regular season teams ever. But hey, they proved me wrong last year. I didn't think they were going to be as good as they were. Let's see what they can do this year. Let me know in the comments down below what you think about this. Like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.